Hey YouTube, my name's Adam. I've never done a pedal review before, but today I wanted to share with you the Old Blood Noise Endeavors Alpha Haunt Fuzz. I just got this in a couple days ago. I've been playing around with it. It's pretty neat, but I've noticed that there's no reviews on it anywhere except for the Old Blood Noise Endeavors channel, and Reverb did one with Andy, which is what sold me on the pedal. But I thought it'd be nice to have something out there that was from someone that wasn't actually trying to sell this thing to you. You know what I mean? Might actually be able to talk about some pros and cons and give you a few different examples of context of how this thing is used in a real world application and through different setups. So let's start by unboxing it. I put it back in the box, obviously, but this is serial number 50, which I think is cool. There's only 49 other people out there that have this thing. So this is my first Old Blood Noise Endeavors pedal. It's pretty cool. It's a neat addition to my board. But you know, it comes with a little bit of swag. You get a sticker. There's a guitar pick. And somewhere in this box there's a pin. Ah, there it is. You got the pin. You got the instructions that are printed on the back. Oops. They're printed on the back of a full-size version of the pedal's artwork, which I think is cool. Comes with a couple recommended settings. Comes with the standard boutique burlap bag that every pedal manufacturer seems to love including anymore. And of course, the pedal itself. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I love the artwork on it. So many knobs and switches and faders. And clicky switch. I know that's kind of not the new hotness anymore. Everybody's liking the soft switches because they don't pop whenever you've got a noisy setup. But not so with this pedal. So let's talk about the features a little bit more. Okay, so you've got 7 knobs, 3 faders, and 2 switches. So that's an insane amount of control. That first switch in the upper left-hand corner, that is your fuzz range. You flip it down and you've got a lower gain sound. You flip it up at its higher gain. You got a master volume, you've got a fuzz volume, and then the enhance knob is next to the fuzz volume. That one is really cool because it blends into clean signal. Kind of, you know, just makes it a lot more clear if you like to play shoegazy, madness kind of stuff. Get it real gnarly with some stacked chords. Then down below you've got your fuzz, which increasing the gain. You got your gate, so the further clockwise you take that, the more it's gonna be sputtery and very glitchy. Your bias is next to that, controls the power. The further clockwise it is, it's more sputtery and kind of noise gatey. Then you've got a low pass filter. That's what that little toggle switch down in the bottom right corner is for. It's got 3 different settings for that low pass. It works kind of as a tone control. If you flip it, the switch to the up position, it's more of a familiar tone control, you know, obviously. Darker to the left, brighter to the right. If you flip it all the way down, it stays brighter, and whenever you adjust the knob for the low pass, it adjusts the mid-range as well. And if you stick that switch in the center, it bypasses it entirely, and it says this setting is loud. I can confirm that. It's also very noisy. So then obviously you've got your faders there. That's your 3-band active EQ. It cuts and boosts your signal. So we're just going to get into it and play around with this thing, let you hear it. Okay, so I'm going to be using my Les Paul for this review. It's got coil taps, so that'll give me higher gain humbuckers and lower gain single coils, give you a better range of how this pedal handles different guitars without actually switching guitars. My active EQ is mostly flat. I've got the highs boosted just a little bit. Low pass filter is on the 1 setting, so it acts more like a standard tone control. It's a little past noon. The enhance knob is about 9 o'clock, so it's not really going to be blending in much of a clean signal, just enough to kind of give it a little extra clarity. I've got it on lower gain on the dip switch, and the fuzz gain itself is about 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. And the gate is down around 9 or 8 as well. So we're going to see what this thing starts out at its humble beginnings, and then we're going to boost into a little bit of sputtery gated madness later on. But here's my clean tone. Okay, here's that same gain setting. I haven't touched anything on the pedal, but I have flipped to the neck pickup and engaged the coil split, so it's more like. And here's with the coil split. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit more sputtery, gnarly kind of fuzz tone this time around. I've got the gate set just to the right of center. What's interesting about this gate is that there seems to be a center detent where, if you listen, okay, that is on the left of center, and you can hear as it passes center, the noise really goes away and then starts to come back a little bit as you come in. So once you pass center, I mean, it's on. So I've got the bias knob turned all the way to the right. I've got the enhance all the way down so you get the fuzz in its full glory. And we're gonna just play some gated, sputtery stuff, and then I'm gonna blend the enhance knob in, and we're gonna see how that clean tone really affects especially the more extreme settings of this pedal. So, without further ado, I'm going to take the enhance up to center And this is really helpful, especially with those chords. Remember how blasted out they were? Now it's just... That is so good. Oh man. Now enhance fully to the right to really blend in as much clarity as this thing can possibly give you. Oh man, it's intense. This is a very intense fuzz pedal. Alright, so final thoughts about the Alpha Haunt. Pros, obviously, it's gnarly. It's such a good fuzz sound. I absolutely love it. There's so much versatility with this box, especially with that enhance knob. That is the secret weapon of this pedal. Being able to dial in that extra clarity, especially for the like crazy stacked chords and extended stuff that I like to play. It's perfect. It's so good. Artwork is wonderful. Build quality is really nice. Top-mounted jacks. I love top-mounted jacks. Makes my life so much easier when I'm trying to play pedalboard Tetris. Cons. Price might be an issue for some. This thing retails for $230. It's only available on their Reverb store, Old Blood Noise Endeavors. I don't like that the knobs themselves don't have any real indicator of where they're pointed at just a glance. If you get really up close and personal, you can see that there is like a line in the plastic that tells you where it's pointing. But if that was just colored a little bit differently, like white or even the gold of the color scheme, like just some kind of paint mark, that would make my life a lot easier when it came to just looking down at the pedal. It's not very clear, especially if you were on like a dark stage. You'd have no idea where this thing was at. So if you do pick one of these up and you gig regularly, I would recommend at least picking up some kind of glow-in-the-dark paint. Put some kind of line on there or something. I wish that was a factory feature, but it's not. Other than that, another con, it sounds like ass at low volume. It just is not made for that. But who plays fuzz quietly? That's for rocking out and annoying the fuck out of your neighbors. That's the purpose. So overall, I am very pleased with this purchase. I love it. If you were on the fence about it, I don't know, like hopefully this gave you at least some kind of information. But this has definitely earned a place on my full board. So till next time, YouTube, keep it real.